Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Watch Natalie, spelled Natalee. I am your favorite Capricorn on YouTube, I'm sure. I'm here to do your daily reading for Friday, May 24th, 2019. And if you've been here a while, you already know the thing. And if not, then the thing is that time spirals. Don't know if you know that or not. It goes like this. Okay, so what does that mean for energy? Well, it means that you could resonate with this reading at the time that I'm publishing it, May, whatever I just said, or you could resonate with it later down the line or whenever you've been guided to watch this video. Okay, that's how energy kind of works a little bit. So take it as it resonates. If it's resonating with you, awesome. If not, feel free to stay for entertainment or for whatever. And yeah, you might resonate with just one part of the reading or the whole thing. Just kind of test it as you go. I always encourage that, to test everything out. It's one of the funnest parts of metaphysics and energy work, is testing it out and watching it work. So I always encourage people to test things out. Okay, so I feel like there was something else I meant to say. Okay, I guess not. So here we go. Friday. What do we have for? Okay. Oh my God. Temperance and the Star. Wow, this is starting off to be super intense right away. I'm kind of loving it. Wow. Okay, so where do I even begin? Two major arcana cards, which means that this is destined, fated, something that's supported by the universe and the cosmos around us, okay? So the first card, I'll start with Temperance. If you can see, this angel has one foot on land, which is always the conscious mind, and she has one foot in the water, which is the subconscious mind, and she's pouring liquid water between these two cups. There's a lot more. She's got this triangle and a square, the four sides of material existence, like 3D reality, and then the triangle of metaphysical spirituality within, and just, you know, all this around her, just sort of. The Temperance card is balance. This angel is pouring the liquid between these two cups to achieve the perfect balance when it's just right. It has to be just right. It has to be absolutely perfect. Okay, this could also be intense and immense chemistry between two people, or with you and something else, or something that you're really drawn to, but more so chemistry between two people, okay? Now the Star card is very inspiring. It's very inspired. It's incredibly magical. These stars, these six-pointed stars behind her are kind of like the cosmos falling down into her, and it's like she's made of stardust. Whoever encounters her, whoever she encounters, it's just inspiration. She's like the muse herself. And this Star card shows up as meditation a lot. And here we have the same metaphor, the same image of having one foot on the ground of consciousness and one foot in the subconscious waters. That's incredible. I've never seen that before, I've never had these two shoot out like this, ever. So just even the imagery with the feet and the water and the land is really freaking me out right now. Wow. Reading these two cards together, it's like someone's achieved a state of peace. The Star card is also reflection, inner meditation, and coming to an understanding and coming into alignment with the cosmos, so that there's nothing like your body separating you and the stars. It's just the stars, and then you're part of the stars. You're the stardust. So it's just a seamless connection between you and the cosmos. Okay, so someone is feeling incredibly inspired and very balanced emotionally. Or this person can inspire someone else to feel this way. But for now, let's just say that it's you, okay? That's kind of what I'm feeling here, is that you are feeling really balanced and at peace and really comfortable with something. It's like you've gained clarity. You've gained clarity about something or someone or some kind of situation. And it's very, very equal, Very, very equal and very, very balanced. It's an interesting way to start off the reading. Wonder who that could be too. Oh, wow. You were coming from a place of feeling really unbalanced emotionally. This is you feeling really abandoned and emotionally poor, emotionally starving, emotionally just worried and going without and feeling left out, shut out, ghosted. Someone ghosted you. Maybe you felt like the whole world, the whole universe, the whole of life itself was just against you and plotting for your demise. And just really, if you see, even the church is shutting out these people. These people are completely destitute, unable to help themselves, cold, hungry, poor, and they're just very unable to seek any kind of relief. They're unable to be aided or to get help or to find shelter or food or anything. And that's how you felt about this situation, whatever this has to do with. You felt helpless about it. There was some feeling of helplessness and a little bit of, and you could have been the victim, but there's that identity, that victim identity, that you were just like feeling so poor in spirit, more than anything else. But we're going to pull another card. Give me 1 second here. I'm so sorry. I have to. It's really important. Okay. Something just came to mind that this whole is like really tripping me out. Okay. So you're coming out of that feeling and into a state of complete peace and divinity and oneness. Like you finally feel connected. Whereas in this card, you just didn't feel connected. You didn't feel like you had anything. You were just kind of floating out there in the world. They're telling me to stop, to shuffle. Like don't harp on it, Natalie. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Someone's super happy now. You're over it. Whatever it is, you're over it. That's why they were like, don't harp on the negative and how horrible it felt. Just go to the positive. So now you are completely in your element of happiness and sunshine. Whatever it was that was eating away at you, it needed the healing rays of the sun. It needed laughter and smiles and time and you know, the period of like this temperance and the meditation of the star. Oh, you have the star and the sun. How fascinating. Look. These are all beautiful cards. These are all absolutely gorgeous cards. And this is like the happy baby card. The absolutely happy, happy, happy baby. I mean, a child, like this happy little baby, has no idea what's going on. It's either just completely happy or has an immediate need that needs to be filled, okay? So there's like sunflowers and the sun rays, and it's also something being out in the open. So it could be that something was hidden and now it's out in the open, and the clarity that it came to your consciousness, something came to your consciousness, and you feel good about it and you feel like it's really, really positive. So this could have been a revelation that you had. You could have been alone with yourself and kind of weighing it back and forth, that temperance card, and ruminating on it. And it could have been something that really bothered you for a long time. It could have been something that really was like an emotional wound, an emotional like, oh, it feels so horrible to feel this and to have this problem and to go without. You were emotionally starved. You were emotionally going without in some respect. And now that you have like self-soothed and you've healed and you feel it to heal it, right? Now that you've achieved a state of emotional balance about it, you are so happy for the clarity that you have and the perspective that you have, that now you can look on the situation or the person or whatever it was, and you have a real sense of triumph over it because you came out happy. You came out with the world, the whole bright future. You know, it won't be like this. This is over. It's gone. You will not be emotionally starved or, you know, physically starved or, you know, whatever it was that is gone. It's past, and you're really kind of enjoying this beautiful clarity that you've had about it. Well, I was just thinking today, earlier today, I said, I think that scorpionic energy that was like hovering over me and like with me in my life, I think it's like gone or dissipated. Who's this? No, but really, I really feel like this is a male Scorpio. I feel like he's back. It could be Pisces or Cancer, or it could just be someone embodying this archetype, right? But this is someone who, if you see, he's on a concrete slab with this roiling water beneath him. And he's sitting on the throne on the slab like everything's fine. Like everything is totally hunky-dory. And you can't tell by his face. Even his face is like... Even his face is like, does not give anything away. I'm sorry, it's just like so hot right now. Even his face doesn't give anything away as to the emotions that he's feeling. Everything that he's feeling, that's all happening underneath the surface. So this is someone who is not going to tell you how they feel or what they think about anything or what the real situation is with them. Okay, they're going to poker face. They're going to keep everything really, really close to their chest. That's very Scorpionic. Okay, so this person, this man, this King of Cups, or you, could be you. If this is you, it's you. Take this as it resonates. You're the one who knows who these personalities are and what these situations are. So take it as it resonates, okay? But this person, this character, this King of Cups, he is the one who did not have emotional stability or have emotional fulfillment. He was starved. Now listen, he's a king, okay? He's not a page. He's not a knight. He's a fucking king, okay? So he had everything else. He had, he's probably someone who has a good job or job security or, a house, or it's paid off, or like all this. He's like materially and in the physical world, he's okay. He's totally secure. But it was the emotions that were insecure. It was what was going on beneath the surface that was really roiling and just churning like volcanic lava beneath the surface, and he just didn't. It really bothered him. It's like he was rich on the outside, but emotionally starved on the inside. And now this person has been inspired by something. He has a star in his life. He has like an actual star, his own private star. You know what I just saw? I just saw that map of a constellation or of the sky, and you get to you can buy a star and you can name it as like a gift for somebody else, and they get like a certificate. They have this whole thing, and it's like the whatever, and I just saw that, and it's like he has his own star. He has his own personal star in the sky that he looks up at, and he just sees it, and it gives him light. It gives him strength, and it fills his it's what balances his cups. It gives him the emotional fulfillment that nothing else has been able to give him up until now. Up until now, he's been totally, and it could have been him starving himself for whatever reason, but it doesn't even really matter. What matters is that he wasn't emotionally fulfilled and emotionally secure, and now he is. Now this person is. So whoever that is who wasn't, letting themselves or didn't find it. Maybe they just didn't find their star until now. Now there's someone or something. Maybe it's they adopted a child. It could be something like that. Just someone or something. They found a new calling in life. They volunteer at a rescue shelter. Something is giving them the real inspiration of true love and balance and emotional balance and fulfillment. And there's someone, because they're one way on the top of the slab, and then all this is going on beneath the surface. It was already difficult for them to reconcile feelings, and to be a male and to have intense feelings, to be a man, and that's the stigmas are changing now. Like everything's happening really, really fast with social media and technology and millennials and Gen X, and all of the older generations are like freaking out about it, but most people are still sort of shy or reticent about the ideas of masculinity. And so this could be an older person or an older male who did not grow up with any kind of encouragement towards like what a real masculine is. They grew up with the toxic sort of like the negative low vibrational alpha. You guys know what I'm talking about. So that could have helped form this type King of Cups type energy where he's got to be, or his environment could have demanded that of him, where he had to be cold or he had to just keep the poker face. And now, see, everything's like divine timing here. Now he has felt inspiration from the inside to reconcile all of his feelings and to discover and retain and cultivate emotional stability. And that's a really big fucking deal. He has complete clarity about the past. And he's like letting go of the past. He's leaving it where it is because he has this future, this beautiful, bright future to look forward to. And he's just constantly feeling inspired by his star, whoever that is, whatever that is. It's what keeps him balanced. It's what keeps him floating on the concrete slab and just, you know, feeling like it's okay to feel all of these feelings. And, you know, he has like, she or this star card is able to help him do the work. Because everyone does their own work, don't get me wrong, okay? It's not like someone just comes in and does their karmic cleanup for somebody else. We don't own other people's problems on Watch Natalie. No, we don't. But the star card helps him temper everything and balance everything. It's like a peace. It's like a peace, calming, the calm in the storm is what I just saw. You're the calm in my storm. Calm in my storm. Do we have any other messages? Definitely an older gentleman or an old soul, you know, young person and an old soul. It's really not age that ages you. It's experience and things that you've been through and what cultivates your perspective. Eight of Staves. He's either very excited or there's a lot of communication going back and forth. This could be Cupid's arrow. I don't know if that's for sure. Take it as it resonates. For some of you males, it could be Cupid's arrow that struck and she, or, you know, take it as it resonates. I use heteronormative language just for simplicity, pure simplicity. So this could be male, male, female, female, you know, however it works in your life, okay? But just take the concept. So this could be Cupid's arrow and she could be a real person, this star card, and he could have been just struck by Cupid's arrow right in the bum. And she could be the one who brought all of this in the messages, that there's a lot of messages going through from her through the cosmos, because look, she's stardust. She's literally stardust. And she's like, it could be the way she sips her coffee. It could be the way oh my God, John Cash said that. He said something like, happiness or his whole world was just watching June drink her coffee in the morning. It's like that. John Cash is a Pisces. I know that for sure. Ooh, now I want to watch Walk the Line. Amazing film. Love that film. But do you see how June was his calm in the storm? Do you see how he was just like, you know, and all the emotional tumult that he was an artist that just put it all into the art, put it all into the music. And June was his respite. She was like the salve of, you know, that whenever that wound reopened, you know, because some wounds really just don't ever heal. Some wounds just never heal. It's like this oozing, gooey, it might scab over, but it's going to burst open. But she's always like the salve. She's always the ointment. She's always that really cooling, soothing, topical cream for his cell. But that's what this is what I'm trying to say. Gosh, Natalie. Okay. So this could also be that he wants to communicate with her. And I don't know what this is. Like, I don't know if this is, like I said, this could be children. It could be romantic. If this is someone that's if you're already with this person, then you could just be really communicating back and forth, and things are going really great, and you've both, in this person in this relationship has reached a clarity, an undiscovered clarity that didn't exist before, and now you guys are able to enjoy this whole new dimension of your relationship with him being more, awakened. Or if you have not met this person, or if these two people have not met yet, then it could be that she's getting, I think I channeled this before, that she's getting the cosmic downloads in one of the love readings, and then she's communicating them to him. She gets it from above and then sends it right to him because they're connected in the 5D. So it could be that. Or it's that he wants to reach out to someone who is really inspired. I'm not even going to say that. I don't have that confirmation. I usually wait to have 3 things before something did pop out. Ooh, they have not met. See, this is my confirmation. This is someone who has not met. This is a single female. The 9 of Pentacles, this is the woman right before she gets married. This is leading right up to the moment that she gets married. She's gone through all of her cycles of learning to self-love, learning how to treat another human being, learning she's made her mistakes with boyfriends in the past. She knows how to treat a man or a woman or a partner. She knows how to treat a partner. And she's just very self-secure. She makes her own money. She works. Or actually, she might not work. She could either work for her money or she has inherited her money. But either way, she has her own distinctive clothing. She doesn't have, she's very individual. She's not like in the drab. There's no one drab here. She's definitely not like this, but she's not a page. She's not, she's taken up falconry. She's good with the animals. She has a little pet snail down below. So this is just that single woman right before she gets married. This is the Queen of Pentacles before she finds the king, before she marries the king. So this is just that single female. And so yeah, this is the person. So this person is his star. This person, this female, I'm not going to commit to Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. It's just any single female who is ready for marriage, or ready for a big commitment, ready for the next stage in life. But she's inspiring to him. He sees her as, this is who she is, like in the day-to-day world, but he sees her as a star, like an absolute, I said it before, to the world you may be one person, but to one person you may be the world. Did not expect this to be a love reading at all. Seriously didn't. What's this? Ooh, okay. Wow, this is really intense. I actually thought about this card earlier today. I felt this card earlier today, and I really saw me picking it today. The 3 of Swords, because I felt it. I felt this. This person, this King of Cups, has gone through hell emotionally. He has gone through such horrible betrayal. And I'm going to tell you exactly, I was listening to the radio and I saw this card, listening to certain songs and certain lyrics and feeling certain things. And I'm going to repeat it because that's what I channeled earlier today to channel for you right now. This is how psychic phenomena works. This is like this man, this King of Cups. He loved, he had hopes, he had dreams. He let himself be a little bit vulnerable. Not all the way vulnerable, or maybe all the way vulnerable. But it's like he made something or someone else his religion. And something happened where he lost his faith. He just lost his faith, like someone losing their faith in their religion that they've believed in and grew up in for the past 60 years of life. Lost the faith. He lost his religion. He lost his soul. He lost his belief, his wonder, his hopes. He lost all of that in the heartbreak. He lost the possibility. He lost the ability to love again, and he just shut it down. The early wounding, definitely early wounding in childhood with words, something about the words. Swords are words. He was hurt by words from his parents, from females growing up, from other women, from women of his past, women in the past relationships. Something about words really, really cut him so deeply. And I really felt for whoever I was going to channel later in the day, because I just felt that it was bigger than losing love. It was losing an entire alcove of life. This wheel behind me, the zodiacal wheel, everyone has a natal chart. And this sign, this right here, is where your rising or your ascendant is. And it begins the wheel. And that's determined by your birth time. That's why you need your birth time to do your natal chart. And all of the 12 slices of this little cosmic pizza represents an area of your life, okay? This slice right here, if this is a Capricorn. If this is their rising sign, if they're Capricorn rising, that's their first house. It's the first house of the self. And then the second house is your values. It's also your money. The third house is communication. The fourth house, the very bottom, the nadir, is the home, the house. And it goes that way around the whole wheel. It's like this person lost an entire slice of their life and of their being and of their possibilities. They lost the fifth house of true love. They lost the seventh house of intimate partnerships and relationships, like the contractual parts. They lost the eighth house of intimacy and deep emotional sharing and bonding with it. It's like they lost an entire life experience because of how hurtful this was in the past. And at the time, they had no idea. They had no idea what they were doing energetically. I mean, they're a king. A king has a lot to do. A king is very busy, and a king can keep himself busy with busy work and just, not really prioritize relationships or take any chances or risks. This is someone who, up until now, this is why he came up starved. He was emotionally starving, and he had no idea until he met I don't know, he didn't meet her yet, but until he came across this person, this personality, he had no idea that he was cutting himself off from so much, and that all the women that he was with in the past, or men that he was with, the people that he was with in the past, he could be in a long-term committed relationship, but he would never open his heart. It's like he would pick people find people, people that were maybe crazy about him, but they were never people that he would have really loved deeply. He would have never, it's like he kept himself safe from falling in love and being really vulnerable. And as close as he did get to true love, it's like, I bet he thought he could do it. I bet he thought he could make someone his queen and he was going to have kids, big house, whatever. But when it came down to it, I bet he just didn't. I bet you any money he just didn't or couldn't do it all the way. And she hurt him. And then he's like, well, I was right. See, I was right. I was totally fucking right. I'm glad I didn't do it because look, she ended up hurting me out of spite. And that just made it all worse. Something like that. Something like that, for sure. Deep, deep wounds in the past. And it's a king, so it's a mature man. So it's an older person. Or like I said, someone with a lot of life experience behind them to give them that perspective, that wizened perspective. And I'm glad these happy cards came out in the beginning because now you can see that this person, this King of Cups, is totally liberated. Completely liberated from all of that. Completely happy. Clarity. The sun is clarity. It's being able to see things. It's having open eyes. It's having an open heart. It's having an open perspective on things. And it was through this inspiration. It was through the star, whoever his star is, whatever that is. It could be anything, I guess. You tell me. But he's finally on his way, or he's already got the balance. But he's definitely getting the cosmic downloads. He's either from this person, from the star, or from the universe, from his own process of maturation and development. So let's see what happens next. I don't know what the next card. We'll do one more card to see if there's any advice. Let's do that. Let's just pick something for... Oh my God, I looked at the bottom of the deck. It could be a Capricorn. It could be a Capricorn. This King of Cups could be a Capricorn. There could be a Capricorn involved. Sure, she could be the Capricorn. But just put that aside for a second and listen to this. Because this is him taking control. This is him controlling the feelings of victimization, of victimhood, controlling his heartbreak, controlling... See, the devil represents something that is controlling you or that you are controlling. So it's a Capricorn. And that's why this card shows up and people go, ooh, it could be vices, it could be alcoholism, it could be like sex addicts and orgies and just anything really profane. People like to just really dress it up, right? But really it's about those things having a control over you and them leading your life. So this represents this King of Cups character finally having control over the sadness and the grief and the emotional baggage and the pain of the past, and finally getting control over it and mastering it in the Temperance card. Okay? It's like he took control over it with the help of this star, with the help of the sun, with the help of this single female, I guess. Whoever this is. Whoever that is, it's like he was inspired. He was inspired. The star inspired him to take control and to balance himself, because the devil is also imbalance, right? It's like too much of a good thing, like too much sex, too much alcohol, too much drugs. It's like excess, and you think it feels so good to tap yourself out in that, but it doesn't get you anywhere. It doesn't get you the result that you want if you're trying to evolve your soul and really get your karmic work, done. Guess what? I'm just going to show it to you. Guess what was underneath the devil card? I haven't gotten this is going to be 40 minutes. I'm going to spend 8 minutes on the Lovers. I haven't gotten this card, the Lovers card, I'll get to that later. But I haven't gotten this card. And I was thinking about this yesterday. I said, you know what? Do I even have the Lovers card in my deck? Because I haven't seen this card since Leo's monthly reading for months ago. The last time I saw it was in a Leo reading months ago. Haven't seen it since. And no one's reading. Nothing. Have not seen this card. Here we go. You guys ready for it? This is so befitting too. If you see, this is really beautiful because we also have the devil. And this is going to be the last card. Last card, everybody. So here we have both of our couple, right? The man and the woman. In this pictogram in the devil card, they're chained to this pedestal of pain. And who sits atop it but the devil himself? In the Lovers card, they're completely free. They are not chained. And between them and above them is this angel, beautiful angel. We have these little flames that signify the 12 sun signs. We have the tree with the apples and the snake. We have a mountain in the background. We have the beautiful rays of sunshine. And here it's just completely black, which is the Capricorn color, right? So in this pictogram, they are chained. And in this, they are absolutely liberated. The Lovers card is, yes, it's true love. It's a soulmate. It's an absolute soulmate connection. But it's more than that. If you can see, the male is looking at the female. Do you see his eyes? Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes going right over here. His eye line is going to her. He is looking at her. And where is she looking, guys? You tell me. She's looking at the angel. This is so deep and metaphoric in fucking meaning. I am like reveling in this right now. I love it. So the man represents the conscious mind. The female represents the subconscious mind. And this angel in this pictogram represents the superconscious, the universal consciousness. Okay? Man must go through this feminine. The man, the masculine male, must go through the feminine avenues to achieve a connection with the superconscious. And what the fuck have we been talking about up until right now? The King of Cups doing exactly that through that temperance, that balancing of the liquid in the cups. This is also part of the divine union, that when the masculine and the feminine unite, that they help each other. Think of Beauty and the Beast in a very simplistic analogy. The beast is like the unrefined man before he has woken up to vulnerability and love and gentleness. And Belle, the feminine, being, super into books and just being who she is, she was the beast's star and she inspired him. And they found, you know the rest of the story, but it's the strength card where the woman is looking into his eyes, the beast's eyes, and that's when it starts with him. That beast is tamed. It just calms down. Everything's okay. Everything is finally okay. And then there's no more need for that masculine to feel defensive or to feel suspicious or to worry or to regress into any of those negative thought patterns, those negative emotional baggage, defensive mechanisms. And that's what this card really is about. That's what I've been wanting to talk about for my YouTube people for like a long time. And it just hasn't come up. This Lover's card had just never popped out, right? So here we have these two lovers finally united, and they're working together, working with the superconscious. And that's what this masculine is doing. He's finally tapping into the cosmic consciousness via this feminine. And we already saw her. She is this single female, possibly, but definitely the star. Definitely the inspiration. And it's through that inspiration that he has his connection to the cosmic consciousness. And it's through that connection to the cosmic consciousness that he is able to then heal himself. I think it's really important that they haven't met yet, because it's like they're each other's, or at least she is like this reward for his hard work, because she's on a high vibration. If it were just this female, I would say, not that she's materialistic, but there's nothing inherently spiritual about her. Alone with this card, it's like, oh, I'm rich, I take up falconry, everything's great, I'm living my best life, right? But with the star card and with that temperance card, it's telling me that she's more, it's like she's ripe. I just saw it, a fruit again. It's like she's ripe for this next evolution into the Empress, into the High Priestess. It's like it's swimming around her, and she's getting these cosmic downloads, and she might not even know that she's inspired because she's all into her falcon and in her clothes. Like, she might not even know it. I mean, this King of Cups could be just like watching her from afar, like this admirer type situation, It's really funny because I thought a lot about Lizzie Bennett today, about Pride and Prejudice. Sorry, digression, sidebar. But this Lover's card, it shows up as choice, as the choice between sacred love and profane love. And if that is applying for you here, it's obvious that whoever the situation is revolving around, that they choose sacred love. They do not choose, well, where's my devil card? Here it is. They do not choose the profane love of the devil. They're getting control. They're getting total control over their spirituality. And the highest evolution of a Capricorn is like the master. It's our archetype to have a fishtail and then the hooves in the front. We're meant to evolve out of the lower echelons into the top of the mountain, going to the top of the mountain. That's the Capricorn's ascent. We all get caught up, Capricorns get caught up in the material and success and competition and, ambition and worldliness and, but it's not about that. I can't just be like, I'm the best screenwriter in the middle. I mean, no, it's like, it's so much deeper, and the highest evolved Capricorn knows that. But they have to go through everything that they have to go through, and that's why this Devil card is not that lower evolved Capricorn that's, I'm the best this and I'm the best that. The King of Cups is not in that mind frame anymore. They were in the past where they were feeling sorry for themselves, like a lower evolved Capricorn. They could not escape this. They could not escape the Three of Swords and the feeling of fucking left out emotionally. Even though you'd never see it on the surface. You would never see it. They would never ever let that show. Never. Never. And that's why I'm saying this could be about a Capricorn male as well. Because, I mean, as a female Capricorn, God, I'd lick my wounds in private. Oh, God. Total king. I totally relate to the King of Cups. I totally get that. And I'm a female. I can't even imagine what I would be if I were a man, okay? So this Lovers card, it's the choice. Because it all comes down to free will, to be very honest. There's tarot cards, astrology, and two things can be true at once. Free will doesn't negate tarot and astrology. Tarot and astrology do not negate free will. So two things can be true at once. And it comes down to free will. And in the free will choice of this King of Cups, he chooses sacred love because he's inspired to. He's seen it. He has seen it with his own two eyes. And that's what inspired him to do the inner work, to do the soul of evolution, to do the balancing. Okay? And now, okay, it was beneath the Lovers card. Now he's walking away from these cups. And it's like a bittersweet because as you can see, you don't see the face. You see these cups, all these cups. It's sort of, the moon is making a weird little face. He's sort of hunched over. It's a very barren land. So it's like walking away from these empty cups that were no longer serving you or giving you the right result that you want. But it's still a little bit bittersweet. It's still a little bit painful to walk away from that old life, that old way of being, that old like raunchy, because this is telling me that it wasn't so, he didn't know how bad he had it because he was enjoying the excess. He was enjoying, the earthly pleasures. And it wasn't until recently or whenever this is happening that he was inspired and he saw the star and he just thought, that's how it could be. Oh my God, I'm being changed by love. It's like this, it's exactly that. He probably didn't just think that like that. It probably happened like the change happened from the inside out. He probably wasn't looking for it, He was probably just going along in his merry devilish way, and then it just started happening because this is, like I said, there's so many major arcana cards. We have Temperance, we have the Devil, we have the Star, we have the Sun, and we have the Lovers. So this was like, he was meant to take this path. He was always meant to find and keep great love. And it was part of his soul's journey to get there, to overcome, and to really stretch and grow into this person who was going to go on this journey. Yeah. And it's probably a karmic thing with, that's right. The Lovers is a soulmate. This other person, whoever this is, this counterpart to the King of Cups, they made an agreement. They're soulmates. They made an agreement before they incarnated to come and do this work together. I bet she's younger than him. Unmarried female. Doesn't have to be. Remember, take it as it resonates and fudge the ages and the genders, please, because it's not like, doesn't need to stick like that. It's just like the energy that's coming through, remember. But the lover's a soulmate. It's a soulmate. It's an absolute soulmate. They promised each other in the 5D before they incarnated, okay, I'm going to come get your ass when you start doing that, and it was part of her. We don't have anything on her, but it was part of her journey to get to this point. So if there was anything on her part, that was, it's just that she went through her own cycle already. She went through her own awakening. She went through her own evolution, her own process of maturation, her own metamorphosis to be the star, to be the inspiration. Remember what I always say is that, when I always talk about the Queen of Cups, I said the woman that uses that emotion to manipulate someone's just like really low evolved and super evil. That's someone who has not been through their complete cycle of like emotional evolution. Okay, that's low vibrational. That's not this person. This person had to go through all of the growing pains in order to finally attract her own counterpart. So if this is you in this situation, this is you, then congratulations. You have an admirer and they're doing the soul work right now, and you guys are going to meet eventually. When? I have no idea. But this is very excited energy. This is Cupid's arrow. This is like you text messages, phone calls, emails, or just really, really excited. So someone's very excited about someone in this scenario. Probably the King of Cups. I just see her just living her life. I don't see her like understanding so much of this. She could just be getting into her spirituality, meditating. I don't know. She could just be, she's doing her thing, being the star in the situation. Okay. So yeah, as far as like timelines, I'm sorry guys, I really don't know. I would probably look at the July eclipse. There's another eclipse. Remember that eclipse we had in the beginning of January? Well, that was in Capricorn. That's Capricorn right there. Cancer is right over here, directly opposite. So it's like bookends. So January and July are those eclipse seasons. So if you really want to look for that there's going to be a big movement in your life. What it has to do with, I have no idea. Does it have anything to do with this love story? I have no idea. You tell me, okay? You tell me what resonates and what works so I know how I'm fine-tuning. Sometimes, and I got the feeling it was losing my religion, okay? I love R.E.M. I love that song. That's the song I was listening to, and I just saw it. I saw this card. And it was like a whole thing. Losing my religion. Trying to keep. I mean, I get it all into it, right? Just singing in my car. But it's the truth. That's what it was like for this person. It was really fucked up. They lost faith and love. And they didn't even understand consciously how really bad they were being to themselves. But they get it now. They're totally inspired by this person. So it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I just, but this is probably what's happening now. It's like right now in the 5D trickling down into the 3D reality, they're moving away. They're moving away from each one of these empty ass cups because they know that they're moving towards a real love, like the greatest love, the real soulmate love. And they're probably, I think now, you see, I really feel like this. Healing hurts more than the wound. Oh. Ugh. God. So healing all of this, he's giving himself time. See, he's balancing this out, this Temperance card. He had to achieve, once you have like clarity, like the Sun card, once you have that exposed, that he, like I said, he probably didn't realize how much damage he was doing to his soul. He probably didn't get it. So when he got it, it was immense emotional journey. Oh, okay, like a whole thing. So once he had that clarity, you need time. You need time to just balance those cups. You need to swish that water between this cup and that cup until it's really balanced and perfect. You really need to take the time that you need to do that. And that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing, because he won't be he could still be half in his old life. You know what I'm saying? Like just even mentally, he might just be a little bit in between, like in a limbo or something. But this is him really making the decision to just shut the door on the pain and the past. Shutting the door on the pain in the past. But Natalie Chuck, I'm just kidding. But for real, he's walking away from it, and when this is all wrapped up with a pretty little bow is when you two will get together. The feminine in this situation is already okay to go. She's good. She is the star. She's the one who maybe even kicked this whole thing off because she's just bright, you know? She's just a little star twinkling in the night sky that caught his eye. And just inspired through her purity of being his soul's evolution. Why? Because they're soulmates. They decided to do this. And they're each other's karmic reward for hard work done. It's exhausting. Fucking exhausting, okay? For her, for him, just getting together could even be exhausting. Who knows? I don't know. There could be a whole nother obstacle in its own. But the point of the matter is to look at July, because July is like another solar eclipse. So look back at January, whatever was happening in January, it could be connected to that in some way. I don't know that for sure. I'm just giving you an idea of what to look for as far as like when, okay? Sometimes I channel things just for one oh, that's what I was getting at. Whoa, I digress like a mofo. Losing My Religion. I was talking about that song on the radio and that I was channeling the Three of Swords. And that's when I thought, you know what? I wonder if I'm just going to channel for one person today. And sometimes it's like that. Sometimes I can feel it when I'm channeling for one person. I haven't felt it lately though. So it could be for one person, it could be for a lot of you. Take it as it resonates. Little bits and pieces I think are definitely, absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt going to resonate. Like this character, whoever this King of Cups is, this is a lot of people. This is a lot of males. This is a lot of older males. This is a lot of baby boomers. And what's the generation after the boomers? It's a lot of people. It's a lot. Okay, this story, this evolution is a lot of people. So that for sure is for a lot of people. But is everyone inspired by this person, by this other counterpart with the soulmate? I don't know. Or are they inspired yet? Have they met her yet? I don't know. This could, for some of you, for some people, they already found their star. And the work has started. And the work is going. And they're already close to like, just really excited for it to start. For them to get together. For others, they have yet to meet this person. They have yet to even start the inspiration process. But I swear to you, look at the July eclipse dates and see if you meet anybody significant or you come across anybody very significant and inspiring at that point, okay? Okay. This is where I leave you. This was a very interesting, compelling reading for me as a reader to read it to you. So I hope you found some immense value out of this, because I think this is, honestly, I think this is a channeled energetic signature for a lot of soulmate couples. I feel like this is part of almost a general masculine journey and a feminine journey. This is really, I channel a lot of this is like the masculine side of the story. The feminine side is different, but they really do align. And when they do come together, it's a great example for other people. So I feel like this story will reverberate and it'll be like, so take it as it resonates. I hope this was interesting for you at the very, very least. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.